what my house is worth. Um, this is a very, very easy topic to do. What people get confused about is they see on Zoopla or any of the house aggregators what their neighbours are selling for. House is worth its market value. What is someone willing to pay for your house right then and there? Are you close to local schools? Does it need renovations? Do you have a pool? All these factors need to be taken into consideration. It's actually relatively easy to do this and understand how much your house is worth at any stage. The first thing, the biggest mistake what people make is that they go to their local house aggregator, be that Rightmove or Zoopla, and they search their neighbourhood and they see what the houses around them are selling for. That's a great starting point. If your house is exactly the same as a house just down the street has sold for. However, many houses, well, every house is different. So what we need to do is we need to find out a basic for certain things. So this is the exact way the banks and mortgage companies, this is how they value your house. And we look at it's quite a long list, but it's actually quite easy to break down. We break it down into groups. So first of all, you need to go into your local house aggregator and go to your local area, wherever you live, and search for the rough specifications of your house. Are you 4 bedrooms? Are you 3 bedrooms? Are you 2 bathrooms? Do you have a pool? When was your last renovations, etc., etc. We search for that, okay, and you'll see a variety of things come up. Now, what you need to do is you need to narrow it down further. So you'll start seeing houses pop up, and they might be further down the street. Keep narrowing your search to as close as your house of what it currently is until you have about 10. 5 you can do, but 10 is much better. So you want to match it. So there's no point you comparing your house to a house that is twice the size. There is no point you comparing your house to a house that has a much better view, maybe on a mountain, maybe you're at the bottom of the mountain, at the top of the mountain. What you then need to do, a good house aggregator at the bottom will have the price per square meters built, okay? Your built square area. That is what you're looking for. That will give you your price per square meter on a house. So the trick here is to write that number down. Now, the problem most people have is that when you filtered your search down, there might be only 1, 2, or potentially no properties matching your search. And this is where it gets difficult. If you've just followed what I've said and you've had 10 houses and the price per square meter has come up, you're confident your house matches roughly those 10 searches, you're fine. You can take your built area and you can multiply by that number, and that will give you a very good, very concise 90% there guidance on what it's worth. The issue occurs when there are no matching searches. So what we then have to do is we have to expand our searches, and we need to put them into buckets. So for example, you might put it into a bucket of houses in your area. That gives you your school districts, that gives you your access to motorways, access to local amenities. Write that number down. Then take your search back and go for something different. So maybe spread your search out wider, but houses in the same condition as yours. So maybe you're a new build. Let's look at that. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, condition. That's a separate bucket. Let's do that bucket now and write that number down. And then the third bucket we're going to do is amenities. Do you have a pool? Do you have a community? Do you have a large garden? All these things. And view. View is very important as well. That's your third bucket. Write that down. Once you've got those three numbers, average them out, and that will give you a rougher but not as accurate result. The most important thing to do is once you've got that result, is you'll know where you'll stand. Now, a bigger house will always command more money. So if you're 100 square meters and in one of your buckets is a 300 square meter house, you have to reduce by 20% straight away that price per square meter. If in one of your buckets maybe those houses had pools and you didn't, that's a 10% deduction straight there in your price per square meter. There is a bit of a gut and feel in this. The more you do it, the better you get, essentially. Also, is the market hot or not? In your area, are people moving in? That if you feel it's in demand, you can demand a premium. You can demand a premium up to 10% of what the average house value is going on. That is the most simplest way we can value a house. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much.